Hello everyone, welcome to the beer garden. On this Wednesday, we will have 9 races at Happy Valley, and this time Steve will be absent, but no worries, we will still have Sarah, Joe, and along with myself talking about our triple trio selections and also with our best bet and value bet. So let's start with the first leg of the triple trio. That will be race 5. It is a class 4 race over 1200 meters. Sarah, who do you like in race 5?
I like the 6 here, Sight Heroes. We're jumping out of barrier 4. We have the booking of Blake Shin aboard, and I think this time we're gonna see some more improvement out of him. He's had great jockeys on him in the past, but I'm seeing if we can get another win. He's consistent at hitting the board at least, but let's see if we can get him across the finish line first here. When he races, he gets places in really close margins, so there's no reason why we can't see him try to get that win here. I think his recent barrier trial really showed a lot here. Yes, it was over the Shatin track, but coming back to Happy Valley, I think Blake Shin's really going to show some tactic here with Sight Hero. And like I said, hopefully we'll get another win out of him.
Yeah, I agree because Sight Hero will also be my best bet on Wednesday. But let me ask Joe first. Joe, do you have any long shot in race 5?
I do. And it is the number 1 Turquoise Hope. So with Turquoise Hope, Lyle has him. He's drawn actually a pretty good barrier 3. He is going to be on the highest of the class rating in class 4. So the thing that I looked at that was interesting about him was he's won a lot or not won a lot, but he's won a lot of won a couple of races in Victoria, and a lot of the Victorian horses, like he didn't get below a 4th in during that time. But now I think the class 3 when he was up there was a little too hard for him. And then you see who he was up against was like Flying Ace, Texas Moon, all these other ones at big prices, and some of these have won at big prices as well. I think Turquoise Alpha could run a sneaky race, probably in the places. I wouldn't say to win because he is $51, but if you want to try that, go ahead. But with his career in Australia, I think this is going to be a little bit easier for him now. I mean, he did have one run on the all-weather track in class 4 as one of the top weights, but when he was in Australia, he won as a top weight a whole bunch of times. So, yeah, I think for a lot of value, I think Turquoise Hope is a big hope in this race.
Yeah, definitely a big price currently 50 to 1 chance for Turquoise Hope, and I think that this horse maybe he liked the turf track more than the dirt track, and also jumping from gate 3 this time. Don't forget this outsider in the triple trio. And for me, I will have my best bet here. That will be number 6, Sight Hero, because Sarah just mentioned a lot about this horse. I also quite like his recent barrier trial on April 1st. He jumped very fast, and then this time he will be returning after 2 months spell. And I think that it is good to let him to rest a bit. So this time I will be looking forward to him because jumping from gate 4, he can stay in a very good position. And I'm still confident that Blake Shin will be on board, and I think that he knows this horse very much, and I will be looking forward to Sight Hero, and he will be my best bet. And also, apart from our selections, we also have Steve's selection. He likes number 5. Yeah, right. I like this horse name. See you again, and maybe we will see Steve next time or next week. He will return soon. So yeah, see you again for Steve. This is a great 3-year-old. He's up and coming. And also it is good to see that Zach Proden will be on board. I think that the gate 10 will be a bit tricky, but we believe that Zach Proden is able to overcome the right jaw. So to recap race 5 in the first leg of the triple trio, Sarah and I will go for number 6, Sight Hero, and he will also be my best bet on Wednesday. Joe likes number 1 and outsider Turquoise Hope, and Steve has his selection, which is number 5, See You Again. And let's move to the second leg of the triple trio, race 6. It is another class 4 race, but it is over 1650 meters. Sarah, who will you go for in race 6?
I am going to number 7, HK Dragon. We got Purton aboard here, jumping from barrier 12. So we'll see if he can get a win under that wide barrier draw, which we just saw He's coming off of a win in March, and then coming off of a really nice barrier trial as well. He's coming in great form. I just think if he can get tucked in quick out of that wide barrier draw, he could save ground and then just really have a similar performance of what we just saw in March. We could be a really big threat here with this field. But I do think this race is a little bit wide open. I think there's a lot of nice competition here. But I think Purton's going to give this horse another great ride. So that's the 7 HK Dragon.
Yeah, HK Dragon, the last time winner over the same course and distance. Also, he broke the maiden in Hong Kong at that time in a style. So quite solid victory for him. So hopefully he can have a back-to-back win over 1650 meters. And Joe, how about you? Who will you go for?
Yeah, I took Red Impact number 10, ridden by Vincent Ho, David Hayes. I think you could probably throw out those last two races at Happy Valley. He did have Zach Purton, and you did get him at a price there. He is currently $6.01 or $6.10, so he is going to be the second favorite as opposed to HK Dragon. But Vincent Ho this time gets the ride. Before that, he was in form at riding a lot of in the 1800 and in the 1650. He does have a win in the 1650 last July, and that was his last win on that. But some of the form he's been behind is like Fa, Sacred Ibis, I think, who just won the other day. Off the Reel, Jade Phoenix. Should sit off the pace. Good thing he has barrier 1, so he doesn't have to cross over or anything like that. He can just stay where he is and then just sit back and then try to make a run for it at the end. But yeah, I'm going to take Red Impact number 10 out of Real Impact.
Yeah, so Red Impact number 10, he will be jumping from gate 1. I think that he can definitely take advantage of the good draw to have some good performance on Wednesday. And for me, I like another horse that jumping from a good barrier. That will be number 9, E Legend. He will be jumping from gate 3. I also think that after breaking from gate 3, he can stay in a good position in the front, hopefully. So because I see that he is performing quite well in his last 2 starts over this course and distance. And this time, Jerry Chow takes the ride again to take out some weight. So I believe that he already proved himself that 1650 at Happy Valley is his best trip. So I will be looking forward to number 9, E Legend. And for Steve, he goes for number 12, the bottom weight, Laputa. This time he will be just carrying 113 pounds, which will be a big advantage for him in such a wide open race. So let me recap race 6. Our selection include for Sara, she goes for number 7, HK Dragon. For Joe, he likes number 10, Red Impact. And I will go for number 9, E Legend. Steve likes number 12, Laputa. And so let's move to the final leg of the triple trio. Race 7, it is a class 3 race and also over this distance, 1650 meters, but it is a class 3. Sarah, who will you go for in race 7?
I like the 4 here, Beauty Glory. He's jumping from barrier 1, and we get the booking of Herrera this time. He had a really solid performance last time out, and he's just shown extreme improvement over the Happy Valley track and distance. This horse took a bit to really get his footing here and really get how to race these races. And I just think now it's finally clicked. We're showing some improvement. We're showing this maturing on him. And I think jumping from barrier 1 is going to sit rather nicely here. Herrera's going to get him out pretty strong. I just think if we can have a repeat of the last performance, we could see him even drive home a bit harder than he did. So you might get a little bit of value on him, but I think he's just a really solid contender here. That's the 4, Beauty Glory.
Yeah, so Beauty Glory and other race that I have similar thinking with Sarah, so I will talk about him later. And Joe, how about you? Who will you go for?
Going with number 6, Via Fion. Went for him before, but had a really bad performance. But before that, he was second, first, third, first. He likes to make his run at the end, so he'll with 8 doesn't concern me with his barrier draw. But now he has Derek Lung this time. Some of these other horses have been in are in the earlier cards, so like V Chevalier. I think Fast Pace is also in somewhere in here. I think towards the end of the card, but yeah, Via Fion with 555, he was going up in the rating because he kept getting places. but I do like how he closes in at the end, and that's what Karis Teeton did. So if Derek Logue, if Beauty Glory runs a really, really blazing pace and can't keep up, it's gonna go to all the mid pack or swoopers. So I'm gonna take a chance with number 6 Via Fion, currently at $12.
Yes, right. Fion is having quite a good season in recently because he already proved himself is competitive in Class 3. And I think that he is now still very fit and very competitive in race 7. And for me, I just mentioned that I will be same as Sara. I also like number 4, Beauty Glory, because this time in race 7, there is no obvious leader here. So Beauty Glory, after breaking from gate 1, he is possibly the leader. Maybe the pace will be favorable for him because it may be quite slow. So I think that Beauty Glory is adapting to the new Hong Kong environment quite well recently. And at the current rating of 69, he is able to bounce back. So, and also for Steve in race 7, he will select number 2, Galleon's Crown. And this time Galleon's Crown will jump from gate 10, but I don't think it is a problem because as we just mentioned that race 7, there is lack of pace. So Galleon's Crown can also able to stay in a good position after breaking from a wide draw. Maybe he will sit just next to Beauty Glory, and with these two horses can also be favorable from the slow pace. So to recap race 7, Sara and I go for number 4, Beauty Glory. Joe likes number 6, Fela Fion, and Steve will go for number 2, Galleon's Crown. So that's all for our triple trio selection. Although there is no jackpot, I still think that the cards are quite tough, and we can hopefully we can hit the triple trio at some good price. And let's talk about our favorite parts of the show. That will be our best bet. So let me start with Sara. Sara, who will be your best bet on Wednesday?
My best bet comes in at race 2, which is a Class 5 over 1,000 meters. And I'm going to take the 10 here, E Honey, with Moreira aboard. He has just good form over the course and the distance. He does come in on the lighter side, and he's also a horse that performed really nicely out of those closer interior draws. So he's jumping from barrier 4, which we've seen him perform quite nicely over these interior barriers. I just think there's a lot that is stacked up in his favor here between the barrier draw. We get Moreira, and that lightweight coming in. This is a tough field, I felt like, but he's kind of familiar with a lot. He's really familiar with the course and the distance, and so I think we're going to see quite a nice performance out of him. That is the 10 E Honey in race 2.
So for Sara's best bet race 2, number 10 E Honey, he will be just carrying 1 to 2 pounds. That will be very, very favorable for him. So I also think that he is having quite a good chance in race 2. And Joe, how about you? Who will be your best bet on Wednesday?
Best bets at race number 4, a 1650 Class 4 race. I went with number 6 Viva Popcorn with Alex Bedell. So if you look back a little bit, he was in winning form as favorites a whole bunch of times, and then if you see the form that he was up against, we have Via Fion was one of them that was got second to. So I think if Viva Popcorn wins this race, then that form behind Via Fion might have a chance in race number 7. But if you look back, I mean he was like ahead by a half a length, 3/4 of a length to win, and then his last race, his 8th place finish on the yielding turf at Happy Valley, he was only 2 lengths behind Lucky Missile. He placed 4th, but still around the finish. So I think he'll be thereabouts. As far as the prices go, you're going to get about $6.90, but that field is sort of wide open because the field's paying $4.80. But I think with Viva Popcorn draw number 1, he'll take advantage of that gate. So yeah, I'm going to take it looks like the 4th favorite, Viva Popcorn number 6 with Alex Bedell.
Yeah, so for Joe's best bet race 4, number 6, Viva Popcorn, he is one of my favorite horses in this Hong Kong racing season because I see that he improved a lot in this season when he turned 5-year-old, and this time jumping from gate 1, I think that he can stay in the midfield, and also I'm looking forward to see him to show some great turn of foot in the home stretch. And for myself, my best bet, we just mentioned that in race 5, the Class 4 over 1,200 meters, number 6, Sight Hero will be my best bet on Wednesday because this time jumping jumping from gate 4 will be quite ideal for him. And I think that it is good to see him to return after a spell. And hopefully this time he can have some good performance. He already a course and distance winner in the beginning of the Hong Kong racing season, but he failed to improve. So this time giving him a spell will be quite favorable for him. So my best bet will be race 5, number 6, Side Hero. And for Steve, his best bet is in the opener, race 1. It is a class 5 race over 1,000 meters. Steve's best bet will be number 8, Carry the Diamond. He is quite a distance expert. He is the strongest distance for this horse will be 1,000 meters at Charene, but moving to Happy Valley is also be competitive. So this time, Carry the Diamond will be ridden by Zach Purton, jumping from gate 4, where he is having quite a good chance in the opener. So to recap our best bet on this Wednesday at Happy Valley, Sara will be race 2, number 10, E Honey, Joe, race 4, number 6, Viva Popcorn, myself, race 5, number 6, Side Hero, and Steve, race 1, number 8, Carry the Diamond. And after talking our best bet, so let's talk about our value bet on Wednesday. Sara, who will be your value bet?
I'm going in the last race here, race 9, which is a class 3 over 1,200 meters. And I like the 3 Armor Eagle here with Bedell aboard. This horse just had a really unlucky race last time out. You could almost draw a line through that. I don't think it says anything about this horse, but this field is very tough. But if he can get a really good break, he should sit just off the pace. And I think when it comes to the stretch, he's going to have a nice battle with Eason, who I think is your leader here that has posed such a great threat here, but there's no reason Armor Eagle can't take him down in the stretch. He has good form and good consistency. His footing is really nice over this track. Coming in out of barrier 2 is going to be perfect for him. So I'm going to take my chance here as the horse to play against Eason, who I believe is probably your favorite horse. So I'm going to take it. That's the 3 Armor Eagle in race 9.
Yeah, I agree that race 9, number 3, Armor Eagle, last time out is just forgivable. And this young horse, just 4-year-old, he deserves one more chance. So this time, jumping from a good draw, barrier 2 will be very ideal for him. And Joe, how about you? Who will be your best bet? Value bet, sorry.
Value bets in race number 3, 1,200 meters. And I went for number 10, Melbourne Hall. So one of the reasons why I took it was because Dylan Moe actually won at Charene on the dirt track or either the turf track, one of those two. It was either Sunday or Wednesday. But yeah, you look back a little bit on the form. There is one key race that I saw with that, the reason why I picked him, and especially now that he's going to go down in weight. He was second to Romantic Warrior back in November of 24th, and only by a length. Now, I think the prices were reflecting that after, because they think that he probably thought that was going to be, something that with having form behind Romantic Warriors, because his last prices were after that race was $3.50, $4, $10, $11, $21. So he was jumping up and down in the rating. So now he goes back down in the rating to 52.5 kgs. Hasn't had a win yet in a long time. And getting maybe this jockey change with Dylan Moe, who actually had a win in one of those meetings, he could pose a threat here, especially draw number 6 and maybe make one quick run at them at the end as a shocker. So right now, currently you have for Melbourne Hall, it is $17 and you have $4.40 on the place line. So number 10, Melbourne Hall for me.
Yeah, quite an interesting selection by Joe. Race 3, number 10, Melbourne Hall. Yes, Dylan Moe had a winner last Wednesday at Happy Valley. He is actually having quite a good season in Hong Kong recently. And I think that race 3, the pace is expected to be fast. So for the back marker, Melbourne Hall is having quite a good chance here, especially carrying a lightweight. And for me, my value bet will be in the opener. I like race 1, number 10, Mudita. I think that this time, because jumping from gate 12, in a return of a better value, because Joe Morera on board still have a $7 chance. And this time, because he is quite a good horse, because recently he joined Casper Farm Stable as quite a career low mark, and this time still racing over 1,000 meters at Happy Valley, where here it is his best course and distance, I think. And also this time, I think that there is not many leaders in the opener. So maybe Mudita can stay in a good position despite of the right draw. And so hopefully he can bounce back at the rating of 28. I believe he is quite competitive right now when he is just carrying 1 to 2 pounds. So my value bet will be in race 1, number 10, Mudita. And so for Steve, his value bet will be race 3, number 11, Amigos Giggle. He will be also ridden by Joe Morera, and this time he is the first off after joining Casper Farm stable. Because I think that this time he is quite having quite a good chance in race 3 as well, because just carry a lightweight and also jumping from a good barrier. Gate 7, he can stay in the midfield, which will be the favorable position for him. So Amigo Giggles, number 11 in race 3 will be Steve's value bet. So to recap our value bet on Wednesday at Happy Valley, Sarah goes for race 9, number 3, Armor Eagle. Joe goes for race 3, number 10, Melbourne Hawk. And I will go for the opener, race 1, number 10, Mudita. And Steve also go for race 3, number 11, Amigos Giggle. So that's all for our selection on Wednesday at Happy Valley. Hope we will find some winners for you and good luck today. See you next time. Bye.